I'm 79 years old. If I lost everything and someone handed me $10,000, I would not invest it, not $1, because it's a mistake almost everyone makes with their first $10,000. A question your financial advisor prays you never ask. And one skill my rich dad said would make me rich. He was right. The market can't teach you this, school won't, I will.
This is the Rich Dad Radio Show. The good news and bad news about money. Here's Robert Kiyosaki.
Welcome to the Rich Dad Radio Show, the good and bad about money. This is Robert Kiyosaki, and today is just you and me. And we're talking about what the rich are teaching their kids about money. I'm 79 years old. If I lost everything today, every business, every property, every ounce of gold, and someone handed me $10,000, I would not invest it, not $1. And people get angry when I say this. They say, Robert, you teach investing. What do you mean you wouldn't invest it? Think about it. $10,000 in the wrong hands disappears. $10,000 in the right hands becomes freedom. Same money, different hands. Today I'm going to tell you exactly what I would do, step by step. But first, I have to show you the mistake, the one almost everyone makes, because you're probably making it right now. Here's what most people do when they get their hands on $10,000. They rush. They get a little money and immediately try to turn it into more money. They buy a stock somebody mentioned. They buy crypto their neighbor bragged about. They hand it to a stranger in a nice suit. Without understanding how money actually works, that's the mistake. Not the stock, not the crypto, the rush. My rich dad said, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep and how hard it works for you. Let me say this again. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. School never taught you that. School taught you to work for money. Get the grades, get the job, get the paycheck. Nobody taught you what to do with the money once you had it. That was not an accident. So before I invested a single dollar of that $10,000, I would invest in my financial education, a book, a seminar, time with someone who has already done what I want to do, a mentor. And this is where people get confused. They say, Robert, I already have a financial advisor. I didn't say advisor, I said mentor. There is a difference, and that difference is costing you more money than any market crash ever will. Most people go their whole lives without learning it. They sit across the desk from the person in the nice suit, nodding, signing, trusting, and they never ask the one question that would change everything. I'm going to give you that question in a moment. The mistake is the rush. The fix is the mind. Here's the difference. An advisor tells you how. A mentor has actually done it. That's it. That's the whole lesson. But most people never hear it. Think about it. Your financial advisor. Has your financial advisor ever built a business? Ever bought an apartment building? Ever raised capital for a deal? Or do they have a job, a salary, a quota? Here's the problem. Most advisors are salespeople. Good people, nice people. But they get paid to sell you products, mutual funds, annuities, whatever the company upstairs tells them to move this month. A mentor sells you nothing. A mentor has scars. A mentor has lost money and made it back. A mentor can look at your deal and say, I made that exact mistake in 1985. Here's what it cost me. You cannot buy that in a prospectus. So the one question most people never ask the person handling their money, have you actually done what you're telling me to do? Ask it. Watch their face. That's why the first piece of my $10,000 goes to finding a mentor. Books written by people who did it. Seminars taught by people who did it. A seat at the table with people who did it. And then the second piece. I would take that money and buy one skill, not a degree, not a certification, one skill. And it is not the skill you think it is. My rich dad drilled it into me when I was young, and it made me rich. One skill. We'll be right back. When we return, the mistake is behind us. You know the difference between an advisor and a mentor now. You know the question to ask. But the next part is where the money starts. The one skill my rich dad told me to learn. The reason he said work to learn, not to earn. And why that one skill turns $10,000 into an income you control. Your paycheck can't do that. Don't go anywhere. I've got a neighbor, retired guy, smart guy. For years, he's been telling me about this business he wants to start. He's got the idea, he's got the plan, he's even got the name picked out, but he never launches. You know why? The setup. Which website builder? Which domain company? Which email tool? He'd open 5 tabs, burn 3 hours, and have nothing to show for it. So the business stayed in his head, where it made him exactly $0. Last week, he finally launched. I asked him how. He said, Robert, I didn't build a website. I had a conversation. He went to Hostinger and just told their AI what he wanted, plain English. Minutes later, the first version of his website was done. And here's the part I like. The domain, the hosting, the business email, all of it. One place, one account. No duct tape, no tech guy, and it costs less than what most people waste on coffee. So I can't afford it, won't work here. Rich Dad taught me, the poor say I can't. The rich ask, how can I? Here's how. Go to hostinger.com/richdad20 and use code richdad20 for 20% off. That's hostinger.com/richdad20. The people who change their financial future aren't the ones who almost did something. Go now. It's a great first step. Welcome back. Let's see, when we left, we had put our mistake behind us, and I promised to tell you about the one skill my rich dad told me to learn. You know the mistake now, you know the mentor question. Now, the one skill. When I was young, my rich dad gave me an instruction that sounded crazy. He said, when you are young, work to learn, not to earn. Work to learn, not to earn. My poor dad said the opposite. Take the safest job, take the biggest paycheck, climb the ladder. 2 dads, 2 instructions. One made me rich. So here's a skill I would buy with my $10,000. The ability to sell. Sales, marketing, communication. The skill of putting a deal in front of a human being and having them say yes. And people hate this answer. They say, Robert, I'm not a salesperson. Selling is beneath me. Think about it. Every dollar that has ever moved into your life, somebody sold something. The employee sells their time. The doctor sells their expertise. The company sells a product that pays your wage. The poor are afraid of selling. The rich master it. Because here's what selling really is. It's not pushing junk on strangers. It's the skill of generating income, not a salary, not a wage. A salary is income somebody gives you and can take away. Income from a skill is income you control. The $10,000 cannot multiply until the mind behind it knows what it is doing. Let me say this again. The money cannot multiply until the mind can. And once you can sell, something bigger opens up. Something that makes people really angry when I say it. My rich dad taught me the rich do not work for money. But he taught me something else too. Something almost nobody talks about. The rich don't use their own money either. Sit with that. Not their labor, not their savings, then whose? Everybody thinks the barrier to real estate is money. I'd invest, Robert, but I don't have the down payment. You've said it, I've heard it 10,000 times. Here's the problem. The barrier is not money. The barrier is not knowing how to find money. There's a difference. And it's a difference between waiting your whole life and starting this year. Most people take their $10,000 and start saving toward a down payment, nickel by nickel, year after year, while prices climb faster than the savings ever could. That's school thinking. Work hard, save up, wait your turn.